of my trip, first stop Istanbul, Turkey, a city rich in history and a city whose Islamic roots have embraced the Western world. This is the first time I've ever been to this region, and I must say it's breathtaking. I can already tell that there's so much to this city. It's always the first city of your trip that's the most exciting. The new smells, the new sounds, the different clothes, and the different foods. What better way to start your trip than shocking your system with a whole new world? Can anybody fly this thing? I've checked into my hostel and have already made a couple backpacker friends to wander this glorious city. Nonetheless, before I show you what Istanbul is all about, I want to show you what backpacking is all about. So this is what a hostel looks like. Not too shabby. Not exactly Four Seasons, but it does just fine. The joys of a hostel bathroom. Some chickie left her G-string over here. Good times. When you're backpacking, life seems to get a little simpler. You begin to forget what day of the week it is because in all honesty, it just doesn't really matter what day of the week it is. Your biggest worry becomes what type of juice you should buy or whether you really want to spend an extra 50 cents.
This is like 2.
That's 1.5. What to do? I don't know. Like that's insane. Yeah, that's insane. Just for that. You're paying for like the aluminum.
That's 2 million.
And that's 2. I still think you should buy Dimes Classic with Benim Dimeson. He's so cool.
He's obviously a basketball player.
Yeah.
Is that number 2?
Number 13. Oh yeah. Cherry, peach, orange.
It could be delicious.
It's so hard. I don't know which one to choose.
You have to pick right.
What's like the cheapest one? That's $165.
Yeah. Come on, these ones are more.
How about like green apple? Backpacking isn't just about the sights. It's also about, if not more, about the people you meet and the friends you make on the way. Right, so what's your name?
My name is Chung Kim.
And where are you from?
I'm from Korea.
And how long have you been traveling for?
6 or 7 months.
So why did you decide to go travel? Are you traveling alone?
Yeah, I travel alone.
So why did you decide to do that?
Well, I have some gap year because of my military service in Korea.
Right.
And I don't want to go back to school immediately, and then I have to think about my futures. And I think it's the right time to travel around that long time.
Right. Do most people from, I guess, amongst your friends and from Korea travel like you do, or?
Not many people, but nowadays there's some people who are increased.
Yep, increased,
Yeah.
Right.
Nowadays.
Okay. So what's your favorite thing about traveling alone and backpacking?
Well, favorite thing... travel alone is a bit lonely, but you don't have any chance with your friends, like meet people like this,
right?
Or get together, and I can spend my time what I want to do.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Because
you have the freedom and the flexibility
freedom
to do what you want. Okay.
So
what's a... Yeah, okay. Okay. Cool.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. All right. So what's your name?
My name is Andrew Monroe.
And where are you from?
Vancouver, BC, Canada.
Yeah. That's cool. Cool. So how long have you been traveling for?
2.5 months so far.
Awesome. And why are you traveling alone? And why are you traveling, period?
I've always wanted to travel, first off.
Yeah.
And it's just a good time for it. You know, I finished university, worked for a year just to make money to go, and then hit the road. Like, nothing really, no obligations to stay at home for.
Right.
And as to why I'm by myself, I was supposed to be going with a friend.
Right.
But then he bailed on me. So it was the whole thing, either just like stay at home and be a wimp, or hit the road and actually see stuff.
Cool. Well, what's your most favorite thing about traveling and backpacking?
Similar to what he was saying, like when you're by yourself, you see what you want. There's no compromises really.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know. Backpacking, it's just like you can go wherever you want.
Right.
Like, I don't even know where I'm going a week from now. I don't know where I'll be.
Well, what do you hate most about backpacking and traveling?
The worst parts? Packing up your bag every day. Sometimes the worst parts, I think, are sometimes you get to a place and you haven't met anyone, like it's your first night or what, and you just have to like eat by yourself, and you're like, you know, or like the 8-hour train rides when you're just sitting there like killing time with your iPod or trying to read a book or something.
Right.
But beyond that, it's excellent. Like I think by yourself you meet way more people. Like people are more willing to approach you, and you're going to be out there more. Whereas if you're with your friend or friends, you'll just be chatting with them, or hey, what do you guys want to do tonight?
Why is it so cool to be Canadian abroad?
Why?
Because you're not American.
Yeah. I mean, there is actually a big difference. Depending on where you go, it varies, but certain places, like, they'll treat you quite differently if they know you're Canadian versus American.
Right.
And it's all really odd because I think the two groups of people you meet the most are Canadians and Australians.
Right.
Some Americans, but not very many. Like, it's interesting.
Cool.
About what I was saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Last summer, there were so many awesome things that because I went to London where she lived, but she worked.
Yeah,
so
that really
she
sucks.
couldn't even come around with me, so I went and saw all the major sites of London by myself. Waited in lines, went around, every single thing, all by myself. So I'm like, wow, this is cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It does suck.
All right. Yeah. Or like the Tower of London and the Tower Bridge, I loved, and I didn't want to leave, but then I was like, well, I'm getting a little bored now because I'm all by myself, so I've been here for like 2 hours, I better go. And through like Austria and Hungary and everything, still like amazing things. Or like I went down a cruise down the Danube, and it's like so perfect and pretty, and you look around and everyone's got someone.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone's like talking and laughing and drinking and dancing, and I'm just like in the corner, like really good. So
you have all the freedom and flexibility in the world when you're traveling alone. You don't have to worry about anyone except yourself. But the trade-off is a little bit of loneliness, or maybe a lot of it. I don't know about you, but I'm not going to stop seeing the world.
Here's the video to everybody. Yeah.